Hey, what's up everybody? Today I'm going to give you a project overview of this challenge coin display. It sits on a plastic Lazy Susan that I bought from Amazon, so I'll give you a link to that in the description. I'm also going to take it apart, show you how it goes together, and give you a couple of tips along the way. So first thing to note is that my friend that I originally designed this for, he collects these pop culture coins. And if you collect coins, you probably know that coins come in different sizes. For example, this Tulsa Pop Kids one is quite a bit larger than the Hulk one there, and it's also thicker. So as you're thinking about this particular design, make sure that the coins that you're going to put in here will fit in the slots. So the first thing you want to do is you want to isolate one of the slots in the design, and I'm going to show you how to do that in the design, so that should be pretty easy. Isolate one of the slots, cut it out of the material that you're going to use, and test to see how the coin fits in that slot. Because one of the first things you want to think about is how far it's going to sit down into the hole and whether it's going to lean backwards or sit straight up. For example, this one right here just sits straight up. It does not actually lean against that back piece there. So you're going to want to make sure, first of all, that it actually does that and doesn't fall over, and whether or not it needs that to lean back. That is one thing that took a while for me to get this dialed in the way I wanted it, just to get the slots the right size to accommodate these two different coins. All right, so that's the first thing you want to do. And then, of course, the second thing that you'll do with all designs, including this one, is to take into account the thickness of the material that you're going to use, so to make sure that all of these tabs fit into the holes there, like these stand-up back pieces or this piece that goes down the middle. Of course, I'm sure you do that all the time by now, but make sure you do that before you do anything else. Otherwise, you'll cut all the pieces and it won't fit. So let me go ahead and take this apart real quick, and I'll show you how it gets put back together and giving you a few more tips. All right, let's go over all the pieces one at a time, starting from the bottom. So the very bottom piece is this one right here, and it's identical to this one that I cut out of wood, except that it's slightly larger so that it sticks out and looks good as the base. You'll take the rounded rectangle piece right here, put it in that slot. Everything that I have here fits really tightly, so I'm not using any glue right now, but I probably will when it's all said and done. But you'll just need to, again, consider your fit there and make sure that everything fits before you cut everything. So I put the rounded rectangle in there, and then I'm going to put this piece right over top of it and push it down so that they click together, and all of these holes line up, and that particular piece helps to hold this together as we go up. All right, so I'm not going to put this on yet, but this vertical piece will just, this slot right here, we'll go right over that, and we'll push all the way down until it clicks, and then you can glue that in. But don't do that yet, because you need to put all of the different levels on first. So let's talk about the levels. They all have these back pieces in them, like this right here. And it's just a half circle with two tabs, and those tabs fit nice and snug right in these holes right here. So you might want to put a dot of glue on there if you need to. And there's going to be 8 on each row. There's 4 on the inside and 4 on the outside. And then there's a slot in the middle here that this piece goes down through. And then, of course, your coins sit in these rectangles here. And there are 2 slots right there and there that also have a support piece that looks like this that goes in there. So let me show you how this works. So you've got 3 of these that are identical, except that 2 of them are like this right here that has the centerpiece vertical, like that. You see that? And then this one goes in the middle because you see how it's different? That way the coins are offset from each other and they're not identical as they go up. It just makes it look a little nicer. So this one could go for the top or the bottom, and this one goes in the middle. So we'll take the top one first. We will slide this in here. Again, depending on your fit, it'll be nice and tight, hopefully. Slide it all the way up, slide it all the way down to where you've got it past this slot right here. Next, you take one of your half circle supports. And let me turn this for you for the camera. And you're going to slide it through here, and there's a little notch right there at the bottom. You see that? You're going to just let it set right in that notch right there. And then when this comes down on it, you're going to have to wiggle it just a little bit to get it to line up with those little rectangle holes there, and then it fits in there nice and snug like that. So let me see if I can hold it down where you can see it, just like that. And again, you can put a little dot of glue there to hold that on there. Then you'll repeat the method, but you put the next one in that has the slotted, the diagonal slot there in next, like that. Go past the slot, put in your support, let it fall into that little notch there, come down, and it'll find its seat there in just a moment. As usual, this angle is challenging for me with the camera because I can't get my face in front of it, so forgive me for taking a minute. All right, sorry about that. It's a lot easier to do it when you can look directly at it. So then you put the bottom one in, same deal. Half circle right in there. Line up the notch, slide it down, and you got those pegs right in there. So now you are ready to put this down on the base just like this. And then of course you can put in all of these tabs here in the wood. And I won't do this at the moment, but that you would put all those in there like that. Now, again, let me emphasize a couple of things. Number one, make absolutely certain that you've tested small versions of these slots first to make sure that these tabs fit in there, because if it's nice and snug, that's okay, but if it's too tight, you'll end up breaking the acrylic tabs off, and that's no fun at all. So make sure that you test that first and put them in there like that, and then you will be pretty much good to go. Of course, you can use any material that you like. You don't have to use the green glass acrylic or the walnut like I did. You can make it all wood. You can make it all acrylic, whatever you like. I think there's a lot of different ways you can make this look great. Let me move that off to the side. I'll also show you real quick the simple plastic Lazy Susan that I got from Amazon. They're just $6. And I will probably just end up just gluing this onto there when I get done, because it doesn't really ever need to come off again. You might be able to design something that goes into the hole that's in there too if you want, but I don't think there's a need to. But anyway, I love this. I think it's going to work great for a lot of you. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'd love to see what it looks like when you guys get finished with them and what kind of different materials you use. I think you're really going to love it. Let me know if you have any questions, but until then, as always, I'll see you in the next one.